like my fifth take, so I'm sorry about this. I'm still working on it. So, speaking of this, let's talk about having commitments. I basically made this channel as a joke. I really wasn't even planning to, make things like this. I was just, trying things out. Like, hey, what if I just did this for fun? Uh, and apparently, I have no plans what the next video might be. Because I do think it might overwhelm me and probably just make me feel that, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. This is too hard to do. Uh, but here we are, I guess, on our second video, which we are going to speak about commitments. I want to bring up this one thing. About a few years ago, I had this one dream that one day I'll be a YouTuber, at least a successful one, or just enough to keep things, afloat, like my finances and stuff. But the thing is, I keep on dreaming on things. I keep wishing that one day I'll be a better person. One day I'll be a great person. I might just be a genius one day. I just keep saying that word over and over again. And the moment that I've heard that the quote called one day or day one, that's when it kind of clicked to me. I keep on wishing things over and over again, but I never actually get to start them because I was always too scared of messing things up on the first try, which is honestly kind of weird because everyone's going through their first tries and everybody is bound to make mistakes from the start. If you don't make mistakes from the time you started, you're technically not learning anything, like at all. So what I realize is that the more that you dream does not mean the more that you work towards that goal, or you need to make an effort every time, or if you really wanted that dream to come true. And I would like to bring up my first point, which is, manifesting things doesn't mean or doesn't work as much as you think it is. Sure, it is very positive, it is very nice, it is very good to think sometimes that, hey, I manifest that everything goes good, or it's not bad. What I'm saying is that you manifest to have a good year, you manifest to have a girlfriend, you manifest to do or to be happy at least in this year, but you never made an effort to. You don't put yourself into new things, or you don't try things out. You don't make an effort to make yourself better. You don't do anything at all to work towards that manifestation. It's like you're just saying you just wish you just have a boat, but you don't want the boat. You're just saying it like as a joke. You're not really doing anything if you said that. You know, it brings nothing. It's worthless. It's useless, and it's not gonna do anything good for you either way. Which is, even if you think that it's hard, if you're still going to try it out, keep in mind that every step is a step closer. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to reach the next point. What matters is how hard or how much are you willing to push yourself to keep on going to that next point. Yes, let's say that one step might take you like a month or so. And so what? As long as you're taking a step into it, I mean, it's still a step, a big, huge. Even if it's 1%, it's still, you're still like 99% closer, more than anything. You don't have to travel 100%, and it keeps on adding up the more that you do it, which is a good thing. But then again, if you are like me, I find it difficult to, stick into a system. I really have this idea that I realize that most things that work for others probably won't work for you. Let's say that, hey, this person could do things in such a fast manner. This person could do things so quickly. This person could, follow the things that they've said in a timetable and stuff like that. But honestly, it doesn't work for everyone. I personally don't find having a schedule doing task in this hour and such helpful. It doesn't um make me do it at all. It kind of freezes my brain into thinking that, oh wait, I can't do this. This is just the time that I have. How could I, find a way to do this? Which kind of scares me a lot, and makes me realize that, hey, if this isn't it, I do think I need to find something else that kind of works. You have to be a bit more experimental. You have to push yourself out there. You just have to find, even if it's weird, you just have to find a way to, make things work. Let's say that, I personally find it easier if I have tasks in a checkbox manner, so I know which stuff I've done, which stuff I have technically need to do, and which stuff do I need to prepare for, which really helps me think better and focus on the task itself rather than just dwindling around one thing or the other. It really helps if you could just try being more experimental and trying to find more new things that works for you. And if you did find it hard to find things as they are, I do think it's better if you analyze what made you do things in the first place. That's a very good step. And which kind of brings me to the next point, which is finding your own motivation. It's quite hard to find your own passion and stuff, especially towards things that you really are scared to try out. Um, I personally do find it hard, or very much scared to try this entire YouTube thing out because I was never really prepared. I just wish that I could be, I just saw that this person could just yap while, a video is playing in the background, and they get their point across while I the same can't do it. I stutter a lot, I get scared, and I mess up my speech, and overall I just keep on missing points. I keep messing up my sentences as I do. I'm not really used with impromptu, but I do think that this is good because, I can talk about things as it's going. As long as I'm challenging myself, as long as I keep on doing things, I could still find ways to improve and learn from what I did wrong. This is my fifth take, and I keep on messing up because I always miss my points. And I realized that in the first take that whenever I do something, like I'm playing the game as I'm speaking, I couldn't focus on what the topic was at all. I couldn't even, speak properly because I was too distracted by the game itself. And on the second take and the next few takes after that, I just find myself going away from the topic, and when I realized that, I immediately stopped and restarted again. And it kind of, you know, changes perspective that most people that you probably see online had gone through the same phase, probably have been or still going with this phase of having this constant fear of failing and such. But the moment that you realize that they're just the same as everyone else, they get scared, they stutter, they make mistakes, but they always try to do better, which is just to find your why. Why are you doing this? What's driving you to do this? I personally don't have much of a reason to do this, but I'm just doing this because it's fun, and it would be funny to just say that, hey, I've been a YouTuber for the past, like 2 months or so, which is a funny thing. But then again, I realize that for me, I commit to things better if I treat everything or my promises as a joke, because then again, I would keep that joke to myself and make sure that it happens. And the punchline is really really funny, because if I keep on doing it, then it's just too funny. Then I committed too much just for the joke, and I'm willing to do it over and over again, which is one of my few strengths, I guess, that I've realized. And that is my why. why would I do such things is because I find them funny. Or why? I just think that it would be good for myself and for everyone. The reason why I even started making content, or the reason why I even started to record a video like this, is because I wanted to do something good. Which, okay, this is basically the end of the yapathon about the mental stuff, but I'm gonna go talk about the stuff on about YouTube now. So if you do like it, just click the subscribe and like, and if you do think I have to improve in some aspects, just feel free, because I'm still working on it. Okay, I'm still very nervous about it, but I am willing to hear from each and every one of you. So let's talk about a few things about this YouTube channel. Now, I really don't have any clue on how to be a YouTuber, if I'm gonna be honest. I have about 5 years worth of experience with editing programs. I am very much creative, as I could say, but not as creative as to making good VFX yet. I'm still working on that. But I just realized I know how to make videos and such, but I don't know how do you make videos that caters or probably is good for the YouTube space, and I really don't feel good about it, honestly. But then again, I do think it's good that I try my best to go and dive straight right in and learn as I'm going through. And this makes me go to my a thing that I want to talk about is that I've been wanting to be a YouTuber for the past like 10 years. I've always wished to be. I always, tried to do. And for the past 5 years, I've been learning that, oh, in order to be successful on YouTube, you must follow these things. You must do these. You must do that. But then again, I never got to try it out because I was too scared. Just too scared to even start. But now that I've started and still going, I think that it's, very much experimental. You just have to try. Even if you know everything, you don't really know much. I forget that quote. It's like, I still know nothing, something something. But yeah, that's a thing. But now let's talk about what this channel would be about. I personally thought that, I made my first video. What's the next video going to be? What would it be about? And I kind of, I don't know, had to digest that for a while, because I didn't know what stuff am I going to be talking about, because it's not really my strongest suit, but it's something that I want to improve on. But then again, what would I make my channel about? I personally find it better if I don't focus on other people. I think this would be much of a self-centered YouTube channel where I can just, talk about stuff and probably help people with their problems and such, which I do think is better for me and for others. I just, don't feel like I'm going to be the YouTuber that just, play games and yap and clip farm, which is a new meta right now. But the more that I feel proud about the things that I produce in this channel, even if it's low effort or probably not the quality that I like, as long as I could challenge myself, push myself to do better, push myself to make things, I do think I'm already okay with that. And I don't really want to look for high view rates or everything. I don't need to be viral. I just need to find my own space and find my own, I don't know, breath of air or something. So if you did like the entire video, please like and subscribe. This is like probably one of the worst takes that I've ever had, but I still got my point across. So bye.